Okay, so now we will officially start our topic for this afternoon about series and parallel connection and also KVL and KCL. So mag-start ta sa series and parallel connection. Unsa kahay kalainan o what's the difference between series and parallel connection? So nakoy video nga i-share sa inyo ha. Dili ako nag-discuss ani but also Pinoy gihapon. So atong tan-awon para natay idea. And after sa iyang video presentation, so akong i-review ang atong nakatunan sa atong discussion.
Load circuits, balikan muna natin ang simple electric circuit. Ang electric circuit ay isang conducting loop na kung saan ang current ay nakakapag-transfer ng electrical energy mula sa isang suitable source papunta sa isang useful load. Ito ay kadalasang binubuo ng source o supply, mga conductors, load, at control devices o switch. Magagamit natin ang kaalaman natin sa simple circuit sa pagtalakay ng multiple load circuits. Ang mga multiple load circuits ay mga uri ng electric circuit na may dalawa o higit pang loads. Ang load ay ang device na kung saan nako-convert ang electrical energy sa ibang uri ng useful form ng energy. Ang mga electronic devices natin ang kadalasang load sa isang circuit. Maaari nating i-consider ang mga loads na ito bilang mga resistors. Para mas madali natin mapag-aralan ang mga multiple load circuits, kailangan natin muna maging familiar sa mga schematic diagram. Ang schematic diagram ay isang illustration na kung saan gumagamit ng mga symbols upang ipakita kung paano magkakakonekta ang mga parts ng isang circuit. Ang isang typical schematic diagram ay gumagamit ng mga sumusunod na symbols. Ang mga loads at resistors ay maaari natin mapagsama-sama sa isang circuit sa iba't ibang paraan. Maaari natin tuloy makategorize ang mga multiple load circuits sa series at parallel circuits. Ano kaya ang pinagkaiba ng dalawang uri ng multiple load circuits na ito? Simulan natin sa series circuit. Sa circuit na ito, may dalawa o higit pang mga loads ngunit ang current ay dumadaloy lamang sa isang conducting path lamang. Ibig sabihin, ang mga loads sa series circuits ay nagsishare lamang ng voltage mula sa battery kaya nababawasan ang voltage sa bawat load. Gagamitin natin ang sample na schematic diagram na ito upang alamin ang rules ng resistance sa isang series circuit. Sa series circuit, ang total resistance ay equal sa sum ng individual resistances. Kaya sa ating series circuit na ito, ang total resistance ay equivalent sa 100 ohms plus 300 ohms plus 50 ohms is equals to 450 ohms. Ngayong alam na natin ang total resistance, maaari na nating malaman ang current na dumadaloy sa ating circuit. Ang current na dumadaloy sa bawat resistors ay pareho lamang sa total current. Kaya gamit ang Ohm's law, ang current ay makocompute gamit ang formula na I is equals to V over R. Kaya 9 volts divided by 450 ohms, ang ating current ay 0.02 amperes. Ang sum ng lahat ng individual voltage drop ay pareho lamang sa in-apply na voltage sa ating circuit. Kaya gamit muli ang Ohm's law, ang voltage sa bawat load ay makocompute gamit ang formula na V is equals to I times R. Kaya ang voltage sa resistor 1 ay 2 volts, sa resistor 2 ay 6 volts, at sa resistor 3 ay 1 volt. Kaya pag inad natin lahat ng voltages, ang total voltage ay 6 plus 2 plus 1 is equals to 9 volt, na pareho lang sa in-apply na voltage ng battery. Tandaan natin sa series circuit, kapag ang isang bahagi ng circuit ay open, ang current ay titigil na dumaloy at ang voltage ay matatanggal sa lahat ng loads. Isang magandang halimbawa ng series circuit ay ang mga Christmas lights, na kapag napundi ang isa, lahat ng bumbilya ay hindi nagagana. Ngayon, handa na nating aralin ang parallel circuit. Sa circuit na ito, mahigit sa isang daanan ng current na pwede nitong daluyan. Gagamitin natin ang sample schematic diagram na ito para aralin ang rules ng resistance sa parallel circuit. Ang reciprocal ng total resistance sa buong parallel circuit ay equal sa sum ng reciprocal ng bawat resistor, o 1 over total resistance is equals to 1 over resistance 1 plus 1 over resistance 2 plus 1 over resistance 3. Kaya sa resistor 1, ang resistance ay 0.02 ohms. Sa resistor 2 ay 0.04 ohms. At sa resistor 3 naman ay 0.05 ohms. Ang total resistance ay ang reciprocal value ng 1 over 0.02 plus 0.04 plus 0.05 ohms o 9.09 ohms. Ang total current na dumadaloy sa isang circuit ay equal sa sum ng current sa bawat resistors. Gamit ang Ohm's law, makocompute natin ang current gamit ang formula na I is equals to V over R. Kaya ang current sa resistor 1 ay 0.18 amperes, ang current sa resistor 2 ay 0.36 ampere, at ang current sa resistor 3 ay 0.45. kaya ang total current na dumadaloy sa ating parallel circuit ay 0.99 amperes. Ang voltage drop naman sa bawat resistor ay pareho lamang sa in-apply na voltage sa ating parallel circuit, kaya sa bawat resistor, ang voltage drop ay 9 volts. Tandaan natin na sa parallel circuit, nananatili pa rin gumagana ang circuit kahit ang isang load ay hindi na gumagana. Kadalasang parallel circuit ang naka-install sa ating mga tahanan maging sa ating mga sasakyan. Kaya para sa review, ang electric circuit ay isang conducting loop na kung saan ang current ay nakakapag-transfer ng electrical energy mula sa isang suitable source papunta sa isang useful load. Ang multiple load circuit ay mga uri ng circuits na may dalawa o higit pang mga loads. Ang multiple load circuits ay maaaring makategorize sa series o parallel circuits. Ang series circuit ay isang uri ng multiple load circuit na kung saan ang current ay dumadaloy sa isang conducting path lamang. At ang parallel circuit ay isang uri ng multiple load circuit na kung saan mahigit sa isang daanan ang current. Muli,
So based sa video nga ato ang nakita, so we have this one. We have series connection. So series man, so if this is your resistance, so have this one. So this is your power supply. So kanang symbol nag-represent na sa imuhang battery. Okay? So in here you have R1, R2 and R3. So series nagsunod. So this is your power supply, V total. So according sa explanation, if we're going to find the equation for series connection and the relationship between current, voltage and resistance, so again, series connection is connected gyapon na siya sa imuhang this one, Ohm's law. So they are still connected. So therefore, to find the voltage in total voltage in the circuit, so you have this one, V total equals V1 plus V2 plus V3. And for the current, total current in the circuit, man, I1 equals I2 equals I3. It means that your current, if you have a series connection, is constant. So in a series connection, your current is constant. And also for your resistance, so you have this one, total resistance. So you have R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this is the relationship of current, voltage, and resistance in series connection. So mo na iyahang equation. So ang constant is your current.
Parent.
So by the way, again, this is a symbol for your source, power source. So kani nag-represent ni sa battery. So pag makita nyo inani, wala bitaw nakabutang plus o minus sign. So timan-an lang ninyo nga katong pinakataas nga line, so naa diha imuhang plus. Ang mubo mo gina diha imuhang negative sign. Kay kung inyong tan-awon sa kanang example, mapalit mo og battery, naginay plus o minus sign. So this is your R1, R2 and R3. So this figure represent parallel connection. Kay take note, in engineering, di ba maka-encounter man taog mga malalahi nga mga connections. So example, we have this one, perpendicular. And then we have also this one, parallel. Napuntay nag mga intersection, then straight line, horizontally or vertically. So kani nagrepresent ni sa series connection, this one sa imuhang parallel connection. Okay, so this is your total voltage. So according sa ato ang na-learn sa parallel connection is this one. So for your V total, that is constant throughout the circuit. So you have V1 equals V2 equals V3. So ganina sa series, ang constant is your current. Karon na pod ang constant is your voltage. And also for current total, so you have I1 plus I2 plus I3. And then for your resistance, total resistance is equal to the total of reciprocal in each resistance in your circuit. So you have this one, 1 over total resistance equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. So therefore, ang imong equation is nakay fraction. So imong numerator is 1 and your denominator is nagrepresent siya sa resistance sa imong circuit. So mura na siya. So kung atong i-summary ang equation nga atong na-create, so muna example sa imong series connection. The equation are, you have for voltage, so you have V1 plus V2 plus Vn. So it's either V3 to, so 3 up to how many voltage nga available ana. And then you have the current I, you have total current, you have ang current 1 equals sa current 2 equals sa imuhang current N. So ang N nagrepresent na og any number. And then for resistance, you have R total, you have R1 plus R2 plus Rn. And then for parallel circuits o connection, so these are some example mga figure sa nagparallel nga circuit. Okay? So the equation is for total voltage, so you have V1 equals V2 equals Vn. So in series, constant ang I, in parallel constant imuhang V. And then ang imuhang current total equals I1 plus I2 plus I3. And then your resistance total is, you have 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over Rn. Okay? So this is all the equation for series and parallel connection. Unsa kaning ito ang Kirchhoff's law. So nanay siya duha ka law. So naa kay KCL o you have KVL. So Kirchhoff current law and voltage law. So since it is talking about current and voltage, therefore connected gyapon ni sa imuhang Ohm's law. Nga V equals IR. So in order natin idea unsa nang KVL o KCL, so atong tan-awon ni nga
you should be
video.
set. Okay, here we go. Now, before we actually get to applying the rules, there's some terms you should be aware of. Really just two terms. One of the terms is either junction or node. I like to use the term node. Some people say junction. I've heard people say branch point. Node. A node is a point where two or more wires are joined, or two or more wires come together. And you can see in this circuit we have node number 1, and we have another node down here. This is the place where the wires come together. Now the branch is a path that connects two nodes. And we have three branches. We have this branch that connects these two nodes, we have this branch that connects these two nodes, and we have this branch that connects these two nodes. So please be aware that you should know what a node is and be able to identify the nodes, what the branches are, and be able to identify the branches. These are the steps. I would say there are 5 steps to applying Kirchhoff's rules. The first 3 are really things you do before you apply the rules. Step 4 and step 5 are applying the current and the voltage rule. The first thing you should do is label the nodes. Identify and label them. There's one, we'll call that N1. There's that one, we'll call that N2. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to assign a current and a direction of the current in each branch. I would like to say quickly that the direction we choose is completely arbitrary. When we calculate the currents, if we get a positive answer, we'll know we chose the correct direction. If we get a negative answer when we calculate the current, it doesn't mean the current is negative. It only means that we chose the wrong direction for the current. So I have 3 branches. The first branch, I'm going to say, is this one on the left-hand side. That has a current which I'll identify as I1, and it's basically going clockwise. The second current, I2, we'll say goes from top to bottom between these 2 nodes. The third current, I3, goes on the right-hand side here, and it flows counterclockwise. Flows clockwise in this direction also. So we have current 1, current 2, and current 3. Each branch has a current. Now, before we go on, I just want to say that when we apply Kirchhoff's rules and the current, what we're finding is the conventional current, which is the flow of positive charge. The electrons actually flow in the opposite direction, but this is for conventional current, which is the flow of positive charge. Okay, these are the 2 things we did so that we can apply the current rule. Now we have to do one thing so that we can then apply the voltage rule. We have to indicate the direction that we will be going around each loop when applying the voltage rule. Now, the easiest thing to do, I think, is to just choose clockwise and clockwise. We have 2 loops. Loop 1, we're going to go around clockwise. Loop 2, we're going to go around clockwise. We could also say all the way around the outside is loop 3, but for this video, we're just talking about loop 1 and loop 2, and we're going to do them both clockwise. Now, once again, when you assign the direction of the current, it's arbitrary. When you assign the direction that you're going to go around each loop when applying the voltage rule, it's also arbitrary. I chose clockwise and clockwise. You can choose counterclockwise for both of them. You can choose 1 counter and 1 clockwise. 1 clockwise and 1 counter. It doesn't matter. It'll come out in the math when we get the sign of the current. Okay? Okay, step 4 is we're going to apply the current rule. And then step 5 is we're going to apply the voltage rule and use V equals I times R at each of the resistors. Okay, so steps 1 through 3 are really the things you do before you apply the rules, and then you apply each of the rules. And now in the next slides, I'm going to go through some particular things you need to keep in mind when you apply the current rule and when you apply the voltage rule. Okay, this is for the current rule. Kirchhoff's current rule says that the sum of the currents at any node are equal to 0. This says the sum of the currents is equal to 0, and this is something you should be a little bit familiar with when you've talked about just regular old parallel circuits. The sum of the currents at any node is equal to 0. That means if we sum up these 3 currents, because here's our node, we have 1 current in and 2 currents out, they have to be equal to 0. The current that comes into the node is commonly designated as positive. The currents that leave the node are commonly designated as negative. So when I sum up the currents for this node, I could write down that I1, which is positive, minus I2 minus I3 equals 0. This is the sum of the currents into the node. The sum of the currents at any node is equal to 0. Now, you will often hear people say that the currents into the junction are equal to the currents out of the junction. That means the current in is I1, the 2 out are I2 and I3, and we can write down that I1, the current in, is equal to the currents that leave the junction, I2 and I3. Now this equation and this equation are the same equation. I could simplify this, or if I just move I2 and I3 to the other side, I would get that I1 equals I2 plus I3. Okay, so there's kind of 2 different ways you can think about it. The sum of the currents is equal to 0, or the currents in are equal to the currents out. Okay, that is how you apply the current rule for Kirchhoff's laws. Okay, now there are 2 things we need to be aware of when we apply the voltage rule. In both cases, it says the sum of the potential differences across all the elements in a loop is equal to 0. The sum of the voltage drops and gains is equal to 0. This is the cross the battery convention. We're going to have batteries and resistors in this video. Okay, now across the battery. If when we go across the battery, we go from negative to positive, that's a potential increase. So if we had said that we're going to go around this loop clockwise, we would be going across the battery in this direction. That means we would have a voltage gain, and we would write down plus 5 volts. Now, if we had chosen to go around this loop in the counterclockwise direction, then we would be going across the battery in this direction when we sum up the voltages. And we go from a positive to negative, from a potential high to a potential low, then we would write down negative 5 volts. So you have to pay attention with the direction you're going across the battery, whether it's a potential gain or potential decrease. All right, that is the battery convention. Now we have the resistor convention. Now this one looks a little bit more complicated, but it's basically the same thing because it's also Kirchhoff's voltage rule. The sum of the potential differences across the elements in a loop is equal to 0. The sum of the voltage is equal to 0. This is the resistor convention. We're not going to a resistor convention, but this is the resistor convention. Okay, now we're going to use V equals I times R. Here is, I indicated the current direction we chose for this branch. Now once again, if we go around this loop in the clockwise direction, we would be going across the resistor in this direction. That means we would be going with the current. When the current flows through the resistor, it loses energy, and therefore the potential difference across this resistor is equal to the current times the resistance, and we say that it's negative the current times the resistance, I times R. V equals I times R, Ohm's law. So, but we put a negative sign because we're going with the current in this case, and therefore there's a potential decrease. Now, if we had chosen in this loop to go in the counterclockwise direction, then when we go across this resistor, we would be going in this direction, which is against the current or upstream. When you go against the current or upstream, then you have a potential gain. So now it's the same voltage, but the sign is going to be opposite. The magnitude is the same. Once again, it's going to be V equals I times R, but it's going to be positive because we're going against the current. So we have to remember, if we go against the current when we go across a resistor, we put a positive sign. If we go with the current when we go across a resistor, we put a negative sign. But once again, this is V equals I, the current times the resistance. Now you'll notice I didn't use the units because there's a lot of numbers and symbols and things like that. It's usually cleaner and easier if we just drop the units and we don't use the units. Okay? So please be aware of your negative and positive signs. Please remember those 5 steps. Please remember there's the current rule and the voltage rule. If you follow those 5 steps and you apply the rules consistently, you can solve these problems pretty straightforwardly once you get a hang of how to do this.
So these are the 5 steps. So number 1, label the nodes or junction. So I will explain what is nodes. And then number 2, assign current and direction of a current in each branch. And then number 3, so indicate the direction you will be going around each loop. And then apply the current rule at each junction that gives a unique equation. So by the way, kaning term nga junction is pariharan na sa nodes. And last one, go around each loop and apply the voltage rule. And then VIR for each resistor. Okay, so I will explain this one. What is nodes? Parihara na sa imuhang kaning junction. And then last one we have these branches. So ato identify what is node and what is branches. A node is or junction or is a connection of 3 or more branches. So muna siya ang definition sa node. or junction. So for example, this is your circuit nga parallel connection. So diri na kay R1 na kay R2, and then this is your source. So buta na to nga V total. And since mao ni ang pinakataas sa imong source, so nagi diha ang positive, na diri ang negative. Okay, so mag-start ta sa branches. Ang branches, kung this is your circuit, so your branches will be this one. So kana nga line mo na imong branch, kana branches, or imo nang mga sanga-sanga. Mga sanga na nimo. So this one up to this one, branches nimo na. Kana, that is your branches. This one. So muna siya ang branches. However, your node is connection of 3 or more branches. So based aning diagram, ang imong node ani is this one, kana. O kana. So this is your nakay node 1 o node 2 or junction 1 or junction 2. Kay diha man nagtagbo ay muhang mga branches, di ba kani? Branch man na siya. 1, 2, and then this one 3. Di ba? Mao man na siya. So naa dire branch 1, branch 2 ug branch 3. So combination or connection of 3 or more branches. So mao na imong node. So pareha pud ani. So nakay branch kani nga branch, this one and that one. So mura na siya ang buot ipasabot sa node o sa imuhang branches. Next nga step, naka-identify naman ka sa node o sa branches. The next step is you're going to assign the direction of your current. So kani siyang circuit given ang imong resistance o ang imuhang voltage. Pero ang current na current ani, pero you will be the one to assign kung asa ang iyang sense of direction. For example, imong current pa ang flow is padong diha, then nidagan diha, or pwede po imong current ang iyang flow downward, then diri nga side. So again, in step 2, you will be the one to assign. So ikaw ang mag-assume. So it's either asa yung piliw na ng duha, you can get always the exact value. Okay, so okay na taning 1 dito ta sa step 2. So this is your R1, R2, and you have R3. This is your supply V total. Okay, so let's start. So sa akong naandan yun class is if this is your positive, this is your negative. Akong ginabuhat kasagaran kay kita ra may mag-assume. So akong ginabuhat sa ako ang part is in ani. Mostly mag-start gyud ko from going to positive up to negative. So inana ako ang starting sa direction sa akong current. For example, this is your I1. So ang I1 pag abot diri I1 nang gihapon na. Taman diha di ba? So that is I1. And you have to remember, since this is parallel connection, your I is not constant. Take note, ang I is constant lang if you have series connection. So mo na imong mga node combination of 3 or more branches. So kung ato nang butangan, that is your node 1, that is your node 2. If this is your main value of your current, pag abot ana sa node 1, mabungkag na siya. Matunga na siya, so mahimo na siyang I2. Diri na kay I3. Or you can write I2 or I3. Sir, ganun ginana man na. So, para atong mas masabtan, atong i-connect ang idea sa tubig o sa kuryente. So instead nga magisgot ko about idea of this current, I will discuss the concept of water supply. So just imagine kani nga mga line, this one kana, then kana tunahon na lang kung sa water pa ni, mo na imuhang mga tubo o mo na imong mga pipes, mga PVC pipes. Okay? Kani imong voltage source dire no naa lang mo ni ang main source nga gisupply sa MCWD. Di ba kung naman kay kuan dire kanang water meter din diha magsugod ang pag-supply so ma-detect nimo pilay pressure sa tubig. So okay, so nisud ng tubig mo na imong main source na magigay total number of volume ana. So ang dagan sa imong tubig is dire mag-start so saka din. For example, okay, so kani nga line 10 liters. So sa plumbing pa ni sa imo pa ning PVC, pag 10 liters ang diri nga line, pag abot ani nga line pila man?
10 liters yapon.
Okay,
10 liters sabon sir.
that is correct. Wala mo usab. Imo naman ang giben, giilbo naman na nimo, kani ba ilbo? Kung sa tubig ta ha, so 10 liters, 10 liters. Pag abot diri nakay kanang T nga connection. So nakay T nga connection diri So kani nga PVC pipe padong sa imong CR, kani padong sa inyong kusina. So ang main source gikan sa MCWD, pag abot diri nga T nga connection, so naay linya sa CR, naay linya padong kusina. So pag abot diri sa tubig gikan diri pila na may na pila lang siya ka liters at this line.
Na-distribute, sir.
Okay, that is correct.
Na-distribute ang 10, 5 to 5.
Okay, that is correct. Na-distribute na imong tubig.
Divide to.
Pero wala na nagpasabot nga 50% kay depende man na sa pila ka kuan gi-consume nimo nga liters. For example, nag-flash ka diri nang himasa. So mas dako ang iyang ma-consume diri. So posible nga ibutan to diri 7 liters. Na diri 3 liters. So sample na ha. So balik ta sa idea sa electricity, sa current. So again, imong main source kani I1, so paabot ani nga node na distribute siya. So naay part ni I1 nga niadto ani nga resistor, gitawag tog I3, din napoy part nga padung ani nga branch paingon ani nga resistor. So si I2 wait lang klasa para di ta maglibog ato ning himuon og kuan kani dis. So diri kay I2 kani I3. So si I3 continue lang gihapon, pag abot niya ani nga node si I3 mabungkag na pud ni. So ang total value ni I3 tungaon ani nga resistor. So nay part ni I3 nga maadto sa R2, napoy part ni I3 nga maadto sa R3. So this one ko ato ning panganlan. So nakay ko diri I4. Di ba? I4 din kani I5. So sa I5 ilbo man gyapon paabot diri that is also I5. So padong po diha that is I5. So pag abot ani nga node, ibutan to that is node 3. So kani nga linya, lahi naman this is tawagon na tog I6. Si I6 is the summation of I4 plus I5. Di ba padong man na diri si I4, so I4 down nagtagbo sa I5 kani nga node. So si I5 ug si I4 pasulod, si I6 pagawas. So therefore si I6 na ni. So paabot po diri at node 4 na diri si I2, I6, so magtagbo sila diri kani nga node in na out. So total value ni I2 plus total value ni I6, so makombine na siya na kay I7. So that is I2 plus I6. So kana diha that is also I7, which is I7 equals I1. So kung ato tong tan-awon at node 1 na kay I1 and then kay I2 na po kay I3. So therefore ang concept ani is kuan man current in equals sa imuhang current out. So therefore, summation of all current equals 0. So I1 minus I3 minus I2 equals 0. Sir, nganong I3 minus man I2 is negative because pagawas man sila sa imong node, every current nga mo-in sa imong node is positive. Every current nga mo-out gikan sa imong node is negative. So therefore, I1 equals the total of I3 plus I2. So pareha ra pud na diri sa imong node 2, I3 equals na siya ni I4 plus I5. Kay pa-out man ni si I4 ug si I5. So mo ni siya ang concept sa imuhang nagrepresent ni siya sa concept sa imuhang KCL o Kirchhoff current law. Okay, so mo na siya ang principle. So para mas dali ninyong ma-identify o ma-visualize ang flow, naa lang ang idea sa water system. So kani pag abot diri ang node 1 si I1 na distribute, na part niya adto sa resistor 1, na part niya nga padong sa I2 ug I3. Pero overall pagbalik na nila, so cycle ang system, balik na pod. So di ba nga to ang circuit usa man na ka loop, so balik-balik ka gina siya. Wala na siya end. Ang step number 3 is nakadungog mo og katong word nga looping. Or pasabot anang looping, imong i-rotate ang imong system. Pero kaning rotation, imaginary ra ni. So, for example, this one. So, kaning term nga looping, nagrepresent ni siya sa imuhang KVL. Ang node, nagrepresent sa imong KCL. Ang looping is nagrepresent sa imuhang KVL. So, this is your I1. And then I2. I1 lang gihapon. So pag abot diri na kay I2, na po kay also this one na kay I3. So mo ni ato ang gihimo ganina sa node. Ang looping is mo ni siya imuhang i-rotate o i-loop imuhang system. So for this one, so according sa ganina sa nag-discuss is clockwise yang gigamit. So actually we can use clockwise or counter clockwise. So this one. So amo clockwise lang ko. Clockwise also this one. So this is your loop 1. This is your loop 2. So sa loop 1 kanig yung tibuok box. So sa loop 1 naa niya ang imuhang voltage source kana positive, negative. So mo na imuhang loop 1. And then mo na imuhang loop 2. Sa loop 2 naa diha sa kaninga box gyud ang imuhang resistor 1 ug resistor 2. Okay. So therefore, unahon sa nato ang paglooping sa imuhang current. Sa imuhang voltage. So according sa ganina sa video is pag ang imuhang sense of direction nga gi-assign sa imong pagloop gikan sa imong voltage source, for example kani, di ba ana rotate man na din balik na pod. Di ba kung imong tan-awon kung moagi ta sa voltage source gikan sa negative to positive, di ba negative to positive din balik rotate na pod, balik negative to positive. Pagka na nga sitwasyon ang mahitabo sa imong pagloop, during sa imuhang pagkuha sa voltage, ang sign nimo ana is positive volt na siya. Again, pag ang imong sense of direction from negative to positive is ang imuhang sign sa imuhang voltage is positive. Pero kung mag-counterclockwise ka, this one, counter man na. Kung ato na siyang i-rotate, di ba? Tuyok. So, from positive na pag-rotate ana positive to negative, rotate positive to negative. So at this part, ang imuhang value o sign sa imuhang voltage is negative. So pasabot based ato ang na visualize. So kung kinsa tong last niya nga maigo, so mo to yang sign. So kana positive to negative, that is why natay negative sign kung mag-counterclockwise ta. Okay. So mo na siyang principle sa voltage. How about sa current? Sa current, unsa man po sitwasyon na sa current? So para atong mahibaw-an, ato ning bungkagon ang ato ang system. So natay loop 1 og loop 2. Para atong makita unsay kalainan. So this is your loop 1 and this is your loop 2. Kana nga figure gikan na naani. Kani ba? So ako lang ni silang gibungkag. So kani gi-separate nako ang loop 1 og loop 2. Take note at loop 1 naa si R1. Sa loop 2 pod na pod si R1. So therefore that is positive, negative. This is your R1. Muna imuhang R1 and also this is R2. Diba diri naman kay I1. Kanina kay I2. Also diri na kay I2. Then diri na kay I3. So mo na diba? R2 then I3. I2, I3. So diri nagloop ta, loop 1, that is your loop 2. And this is your source, that is your V. Since you are talking about KVL o Kirchhoff voltage law, so mogamit gyud ta og katong VIR. So therefore at loop 1, so nagig kay di ba ana man siya yung rotation. So from negative to positive na unsa ang last nga sign nga iyahang magian, so mo na ang sign sa imong voltage. So negative to positive man mao maning last, so mo na tong sign. So naa kay positive V. And then unsa may concept aning kuan kung maglooping ta with respect sa current. So therefore magkuan ta looping with respect sa imuhang current. So therefore kung magsugat positive, kung magsabay sila within the loop negative. Magsugat positive, magsabay negative. So ato na tanawon diri So at this moment, since we are using kanang voltage law, so mugamit ito ang VIR. So kana si I1 dili lang to na mahilabtan ngano man. Si I1 wala man siya naagian nga resistor, di ba? Si I1 dili lang to na mahibawan yung value for now kay wala siya naagian nga resistor. Since KVL man ta, so mo consider kita ani nga equation V equals IR. So therefore, atong makonsider ani si I2. Si I2 ba is same or opposite direction with kaning loop, kaning clockwise direction? Atong tanawon. Si I2 is going down. So pag rotate ana tuyok, nagsabay sila o wala? Palihog?
Nagsabay, sir.
Nagsabay.
Okay na.
Negative, sir.
Nagsabay sila. Di mga pwede pag rotate nimo ana, pag abot ring nga part, imong i-diretso. So maras lang kanang nagtagbo. So nagsabay gini sila tanawa, no? Same sila og direction. So therefore, ang imuhang equation is you have this one. So nakay negative VIR man, so IR, so nakay I2 times R1. So mo ni nga equation ang imuhang mahimo at loop 1. KVL man ta, so voltage, so V equals IR. Positive, then negative. Next, sa imuhang loop 2. Sa loop 2, nakay duha ka resistor R1 ug R2, then current I2 ug I3. So kung maghimo tag equation na wala naman ni voltage source, so dili ta ka-apply sa concept ani. So atong ma-apply ani ang idea lang sa current nga kung same direction negative, opposite is positive. Okay. So mag-start ta kang I1, R1. So R1 ang yang current is downward. Na mao gyapon itong loop sa loop 2 clockwise. Ang ato bang direction sa looping og si R1
Positive siya, sir. Nasugat.
nagsabay o nagsugat? Okay, nagsugat.
Nagsugat, positive, sir.
Okay, that is correct. So nakay negative I2 times R1. Ano, positive. Nagsugat man, so positive. Take note at loop 1.
Yes, sir, positive.
Okay, thank you so much. Take note at loop 1, si I2 is negative. However, pag i-consider na to ang loop 2, si I2 nahimo na siyang positive. Okay, so mo na siya ang advantage sa looping. So kay diri man ta na consider, so si I2 nahimo na siyang positive. Next. So at I3, going down imuhang current, so pag rotate nimo ana, nagsabay sila tanawa. Going down po din. Sabay ilang direction. So naakay negative I3 times R2. So muna nga equation ang imuhang mahimo ani nga system. Okay, so muna siya ang concept regarding KCL o KVL. So para mas madugangan atong idea, mutan-aw ta og usa ka sample problem.
Okay, in today's video, I'm going to go over an example of how we apply Kirchhoff's circuit rules or circuit laws to determine the magnitude and direction of the current in the branches in a little bit more complex circuit. In the previous video, I made kind of an introduction explanation video of what Kirchhoff's rules are, how we apply them, some things we need to be aware of when we are applying them. And I've also made a couple of example videos, which you can link to all of those videos in the description to this video. Okay, here's the circuit we're going to use for this video. We have a 3-volt source, a 12-volt source, a 75, and a 125 ohm resistor. We're going to determine the direction and the magnitude of the current in each of these branches. Okay, step number 1 is to identify the nodes. So we have 2 nodes. We'll call this one N1, and what the heck we'll call this one N2. That's step 1. Step 2 is to identify the current and the direction of the current in each of the 3 branches. In this circuit, we have 3 branches. We'll say that I1 flows in this direction through this branch in the clockwise direction. I2, the current through that branch, will designate I2, flows from N1 to N2, and the other current is I3 and also flows clockwise around that branch. Okay, now I want to point out that the direction of the currents that I chose for each of the branches is completely arbitrary. It doesn't matter what direction you choose. When we calculate the currents, it'll all work out in the math. When we calculate the currents, if we get a positive answer, then you'll know you chose the correct direction for the current. When you calculate the current, if you get a negative answer, then you'll know you chose the wrong direction for the current. The current's actually flowing the other direction. You'll see that in this video. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2. Step 3, so we can apply the voltage rule, is we have to determine in which direction we're going to go around each of the loops when we apply the voltage rule and sum up the voltage drops and the voltage gain. And I'm just going to say we're going to go around this loop like this. In the clockwise direction, we're going to go around this loop, also in the clockwise direction. We also have this outer loop, we could call loop number 3, which we don't need for this video, so we're not going to do that one. But once again, we have 2 loops, and I've chosen both clockwise, and again, it's very arbitrary. You can choose them both clockwise, both counterclockwise, one clockwise, one counterclockwise. It doesn't matter. It'll all work out in the math. Okay, that's step 1, 2, and 3. And the next step is to actually apply the current and the voltage rule, and we're going to apply the current rule at N1 and also at N2. The current rule says that, for example, at N1, the sum of the currents into the circuit, into the node, are equal to the sum of the currents leaving the node. So we're going to say we have 1 in and 2 out. That means we have I1 positive, that's the one coming in, the 2 are leaving, that's a negative. So we have I1 minus I2 equals I1 minus I2 minus I3 equals 0. Now I can solve this equation, get rid of these negative signs, and I can say that I1 equals I2 plus 3. The sum of the currents in, there's only one, equals the sum of the currents out of the node. We'll do the same thing at I2. We have 2 currents in, I2 and 3, and I1 comes out. So we have plus I2 plus I3 minus I1. Solve again for I1, and you'll notice we get I1 equals I2 plus I3. You'll notice that all 4 of these equations are really this equation and this equation are the same equation. We only need one. We only do use the equations when we have a different equation in each node. For the same equation, we're just going to use this one equation for our current rule. Now, we're going to go around and sum up the voltage drops and the voltage gains, apply the voltage rule for each of the loops. That's loop 1 and loop 2. We're going to do that with the assistance of Ohm's law. This is where Kirchhoff and Ohm work together. Okay, for L1, we're going to start here in the upper left-hand corner. There are no elements in the first part of this branch. When we come down through this branch, we encounter this first resistor, 75 ohm resistor. And you'll notice when we go clockwise around this loop, we're going with the current. That means that the voltage is going to be a voltage drop. Now the voltage, we don't know the voltage, but we do know that V equals I times R. We know the current is I2, the resistance is 75, so we're going to write down that the voltage is minus 75 I2. It's minus because we're going in the same direction downstream with the current. Okay, and that's a voltage drop. Now we go through the bottom, nothing. We come back up here, we encounter this 3 volt source. We're going from the negative to the positive terminal. That's the voltage gain, so we write down plus 3. We come back to where we started, equals 0. So those 2 elements, sum them up, equal to 0. Now we're going to do the same thing for L2. We start here, nothing in the first part of this branch. Now we come down here, we encounter this 12 volt source. We're going from the positive to negative, so that means that's minus 12 volts. Now we encounter this 125 ohm resistor. You notice once again we're going with the current, I3. So that's going to be a voltage drop again. So it's going to be minus 125 I3. The voltage is the current times the resistance. Now we go across the bottom, and then we come back up on this side. And now you'll notice when we go through this 75 ohm resistor, we're going against the current. We're going upstream, so to speak, against I2. That means that is going to be a voltage gain. We designate that as a voltage gain, and that is plus 75 I2. That's the last element, and we say equal to 0. Okay, so once again, I just want to point out that for the first loop, we came down this way with the current that was minus 75 I2. For the second loop, we were going in the other direction. We went against the current. That's why this is positive 75 I2. Okay, you have to keep your positive, your negative sign straight. Be very careful. Okay, you'll also notice that I didn't use my units. I didn't put down volts and amperes and ohms and things like that. There's enough symbols and things like that. We usually leave those off. It makes it look cleaner. We know when we do this, if we apply the rules correctly, we'll get an answer with amperes. Okay, so now we have our 3 unknowns, I1, I2, and I3. We have 3 equations, 1, 2, 3, and we can solve for each of the currents. This basically becomes now an algebra exercise, basically. Okay, what are we going to do? We have 3 equations. This equation, L1, you'll notice only has one variable in it, I2. So we can solve this very easily for I2. We can say that I2 is equal to minus I3 because we subtract minus 3 because we subtract 3 from both sides, divided by minus 75, and we get that I2 is equal to 0.04 amperes. Now we know I2. We can substitute I2 into this equation and solve for I3. So that means that the equation now becomes minus 12 minus 125 I3 plus 75 times I number 2, which I2 is 0.04. And then we get that minus 12 minus 125 I3 plus 3 because 75 times 0.04 is 3. Now we can solve for I3. Move our constant to the other side. We get 12 minus 3. Add 12 and subtract 3 from both sides, divided by minus 125. We get that I3 is equal to minus 0.072. The magnitude of the current is 0.072. This negative sign tells us that for I3, we chose the wrong direction. That's what this negative sign. It doesn't mean the current is negative. It doesn't mean that the current is less than 0, obviously. It just means we chose the wrong direction, so I'm going to take those 2 arrows out and replace them with the arrows pointing in the correct direction, and that is the direction that I3 actually flows in this circuit. Okay, like I said, don't forget your negative signs. Okay, now we know 2 and 3. Now we can solve for 1. We get that I1 is equal to 0.04 minus, don't forget your negative sign, 0.072, and I1 is equal to 0.032 amperes. And that means that we have a negative sign here also again. And once again, negative means we chose the wrong direction for the current, so I'm just going to change the direction of the current for I1 also. And there you go. That's the directions and the magnitude of the current. I1 is 0.032 amperes and flows in the counterclockwise direction. I2 is 0.04 amperes and flows from N1 to N2. I3 is 0.072 amperes and flows also in this counterclockwise direction.
Next, so ang step 1 according sa video ganina is you have to identify how many nodes naa sa imong circuit. So kani nakay duha ka node at node 1, node 2. So connection of 3 or more branches, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So after niya ma-identify ang iyahang node, iya na pong gi-assume ang iyahang direction sa current. So timan ilang ha, diri ang gi-assume niya nga ang imuhang I1 is pasaka. I2 is downward, then I3 is this one downward and going to the left. So mo ni ang gi-assume. Again, kung bisag asa pa ang sense of direction sa imong current, so wala ra na siya problema. So ikaw ang naay full authority kung asa nimo kanang asa ang imuhang direction sa imuhang current. Okay, so naka-assume na ni siya mo ni iyang kuan. Next, so after ana iya din gagamitan og loop. So nakay loop 1 og loop 2. So, ang imong loop 1 naa diha imuhang 3 volts og R1 nga 75 ohms. So sa loop 1 duha ka nakay usa ka source, usa ka resistor muna sa loop 1. Sa loop 2 you have one voltage source, this one 12 volts, and 2 resistor. You have 75 ohms and 125 ohms. Okay, so humana siya pag-assign sa iyang node, pag-determine sa node, pag-assume sa direction sa iyahang current, and then step 3 is nag-apply siya og looping. Then ang iyahang gihimo is clockwise direction. Next. So based aning circuit, given na imuhang voltage o resistance, wala naman kay problema ana kay 75, 125, 12 volts o 3 volts. Given naman na siya. Ang problema ani sa karon is unsa imuhang I1, I2 ug I3. So kani nga circuit na focus siya sa pag-identify sa values imong currents. So take note naman tay KCL o KVL. So KCL, Kirchhoff current law. So kanang Kirchhoff current law o KCL mag-focus lang ta ana sa imong node. Then ang Kirchhoff voltage law mag-focus na siya sa imong loop. Again, ang node sa KCL, ang loop sa KVL. So sa node 1 o node 2. So unsa may naa sa node 1? So sa node 1 naka-create siya equation nga I1 minus I2 minus I3. Sir, how come na minus ang I2 ug I3? Kung tan-awon nimo at node 1, si I1 pasulod, di ba? And then si I2 ug si I3 is unsa man pag pa-out sila, di ba? Gawa si I2 then pagawa si I3. So mo nang negative again at node tanang ni in positive, ang mo out ang sign niya is negative equals then 0. Okay, so nanaka isa ka equation. And also iyang gitranspose, so I2 plus I3 equivalent na ni I1. So at node 2 nakay I2 plus I3 minus I1. So reverse sa node 1. Sir, nganong negative man si I1? Kay kung tan-awon nimo at node 2, pasulod si I2 ug si I3. Pa-out si I1. So, mo na naka-create ani nga equation. So, that one. So, again, same na gyapon og result. I1 equals I2 plus I3. So, now, mubalik ta sa to ang topic sa algebra. You have three unknowns, I1, I2, ug I3. Diba? Ang rule sa algebra is, if you have three unknowns, you need three equations. And also, if you have two unknowns, you need two equations. So, you have to be consistent. So, kay tulo man atong unknown, we need one equation. At node 1, usa naman ka equation. So, kulang pataog duha ka equation. So, pareha ra gyud na find the value of x, y, and z. So, we need three equations. So, karon gikuha niya ang second equation sa loop 1. So, atong tan-awon unsa equation sa loop 1. Since loop 1 is connected to KVL, so voltage man mogamit ta og kaning equation sa Ohm's law. Okay, so so direta focus ta sa loop 1. Sa loop 1, na dire imong voltage source nga 3 volts og resistor nga 75 ohms. So since kuan man ni clockwise direction kung direta sa imong voltage source, so from negative kay mo di ba ang gamay mo ng negative, ang taas nga line positive. So kung imong tanawon yang rotation is from negative to positive, since ang last niya nga magian nga sign is positive man, so mo nang nakay positive 3 o 3.0. So kani 3 volts. So mo ni siya sa imong voltage source. Sa imong resistor, ang imuhang niagi sa imuhang resistor nga 75 ohms is I2. Si I2 is downward. Karon kay pag rotate nimo ani imuhang looping, nagsabay man sila ni I2. So as a result, nagsabay man mo na kay negative value. So this is your equation 2. So you have now two equation, N1 ug L1. Kulang pag yung isa kay again naman kay tulo man imong unknown. So you need also three equation. So mo nang nagkuha siya other equation sa imuhang loop 2, this one. So mo na imuhang third equation sa loop 2. Okay? So at loop 2 na makita diha imuhang duha ka resistor, usa ka voltage source. So nakay source nga 12 volts, 75 ug 125. Again, ang iyang looping is clockwise direction. Sir, nganong na negative na si 12 volts? Atong tanawon. So, kung ato nang i-rotate, so kani from positive to negative. So, ang last nga iyang maigo is ang negative sign man mo nang negative siya. So, naa siya gitawag og voltage drop. Minus 125 ohms times I3. So, sa resistor nga 125 ohms, ang milabay diha is si I3. Si I3 ang iyang direction is downward. Kung atong i-rotate ni ato ang loop in a clockwise direction, di ba? So nagsabay sila ni I3. So mo nang nakay nagsabay man, so nakay negative. So mo nang nakakuha ka og negative 125 I3 plus 75 I2. Sir, nganong at loop 1 negative 75, pag loop 2 nahimo naman siyang positive. So atong i-check. So at loop 2, maigo namang gyapon nasulod siya si 75 ohms. Ang direction ni I2 is downward. So pag rotate ani imong loop, this one. So nagsugat sila downward ni kaning pag rotate pasaka. So nagsugat man na kay positive. Therefore, okay na imong equation kay you have three unknowns, this one, I1, I2, and I3, but naka-create na ka og tulo ka equation at N1 at L1 and L2. So equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. Sa equation 1, wala tay makancel diri kay puro pa na way value. Sa equation 3, this one, dili po ta kagamit ani nganuman. Wa man tay value ni I3 ug ni I2. So therefore, ang pinakauna natong himuon is tan-awon natong equation nga you have one equation ug one unknown. Ang hitabo magid aning in one is one equation, three unknowns. So dili pwede. Kay 1:3 man. Kani pod kang L2, you have one equation, two unknowns. Unsa may two unknowns ani L3 ug Li3 and I2. Therefore, 1:2. One equation, two unknowns. So dili pwede. How about kaning equation 2 at loop 1? So you have one equation, one unknown. So dire kita mag-start. So makuha na to ang value ni I2. So unsa may value ni I2? So muna ni ang value ni I2. So negative 3. So kanang 3 gitranspose sa right ni himong negative divided by 75 ohms. So naa kay 3 divided by 75. Overall na kay value nga 0.4 ampere. Okay, so na naman kay value ni I2 by substitution method or elimination method. So makuha nato si I3 at equation 3. So mogamit ta og substitution method kay at equation 3 naman kay I3 ug I2. So kanang 0.04 imo nang i-substitute sa imuhang I2 at equation 3. Therefore na kay value ni na kay value ni I3 nga negative 0.072 ampere. Sir, nakakuha man kog negative value, so therefore wrong akong answer. Ang tubag is dili nganuman. Kanang negative value nagpasabot ra na nga kaning imuhang sense of direction nga gi-assume kang I3, that is not correct. Ang tama giday nga sense of direction ni I3, instead of going down this one, so pasaka din na siya. So ang iyang sense of direction is from negative sa imuhang voltage source up to positive. So pasaka. So atong tan-awon iyan ang giusab. Nakabantay mo si I3 pasaka na. Ganina panaog. Karon si I3 pasaka na siya. So ang imong final value ni I3 is 0.072 amperes. So kuhaan gani mo ang iyang absolute value. So mawa na ng negative. Then makuha na nimo ang iyang exact nga sense of direction. And also nanam kay value ni I2 ug I3, you can substitute that value in our equation number 1 katong gikan sa imuhang node. So nana kay value ni I1 nga negative 0.032 amperes. So kay negative man na, mali ang iyahang gi-assume nga sense of direction. Dili day pasaka na si I1, kung dili tanawa gani iyan ang usbon iyahang sense of direction. So nahimo na siyang iyan ang gi-correct ang iyang sense of direction. So going down na din to the right. So therefore nana kay value ni I1, I2 ug I3 ug ang ilahang correct nga sense of direction. Again, in every circuit problem, you are the one to assume kung asa ang direction o asa dapit ang flow sa imuhang current. So mahibaw-an nimo nga sakto imong gi-assume nga flow sa current kung makakuha ka og positive value. However, kung makakuha ka og negative value, so mali imong gi-assume nga flow sa imuhang sense of direction sa flow sa imuhang current. Okay, so that's it for now. Nahuman ato ang discussion.